We got breaking news on all four of these gentlemen right in front of our face. We got some Brock Purdy news. We got some Derek Carr news. We got Lamar Jackson news and Aaron Rodgers news. File on in. Welcome to the Fantasy Football Show live edition like we do every single day. It's all beginning right now, broskies. File on in.
From the FantasyFootballShow.com studios, it's the Fantasy Football Show live Monday through Friday, 7 p.m. Eastern.
What's going on, everybody? My name is Smitty. You're watching the Fantasy Football Show, and today we're going to be discussing some breaking news regarding the four gentlemen on screen, and we're going to kick it off with Lamar Jackson news. So, as you guys may or may not have seen, this was a couple days ago that this happened, or actually like a little over 24 hours ago that this happened. We had so many things going down this week, and especially last night when I was going to go live on this information, and I couldn't because I had to do the Alvin Kamara live stream. New footage leaked on Alvin Kamara, and he's looking like he's toast at this point. Go watch the video before this. It's I think it's pinned on my YouTube if you want to go check that out. But as for Lamar Jackson, this right here he put on his Instagram. It says 1 hour ago, but this is a screenshot. This is about 24 hours ago, a little over 24 hours ago, when the Ravens were about to see an open franchise tag window, which kick-started yesterday at 4 p.m. New York time. Teams were allowed to slap the franchise tag on players, and so just ahead of that open window of time, Lamar Jackson drops this on his Instagram stories. No matter how much genuine love you show, it'll never be enough. And so this right here is an indication that things are obviously, not in a good place between Lamar and the Ravens. So I fully expect him to be franchise tagged because the two are said to be $100 million apart. So that's no surprise there. But franchise tagging is usually used to keep a player in place. They used to call it the prison tag. The players used to call it that. Some of them still do, because it pigeonholes you into a position where you're at the mercy of the team. You have to play at the set amount of money, whether it's the non-exclusive tag, which is $32 million, or the exclusive tag, which is around 45 projected. It's going to change based on the April cuts and everything that happens, so that number is not set in stone, but it's going to be around 45 million. So there's a big difference in salary if you franchise tag non-exclusive at 32 million or exclusive at about 45. 32, the non-exclusive tag, makes it so a team has to surrender 2 first-round picks if they want to steal Lamar Jackson away and offer up an offer sheet, and the Ravens don't want to match the said offer that is being presented to Lamar. The exclusive tag is the more likely tag for Lamar because it doesn't allow teams to come in and negotiate with Lamar. It's basically the Ravens saying, who wants Lamar? We'll trade him at what we want, which is going to be 3 or 4 first-round picks. And yes, he will command at least 3 first-round picks. Some say 4, but at least 3 first-round picks. And Lamar's not happy about being franchise tagged. He wants out. He wants out. They haven't supported him. They've traded away his number 1 wide receiver that he finally built up in Hollywood Brown the year before this past season, and they trade him away. They don't support him. They run him into the ground. Baltimore is a bust of a situation. If Lamar stays in Baltimore, he's a bust. He's a bust. I'm sorry, Baltimore Raven fans, but your Ravens don't support him. If he goes to where we hope to be his new home in 2023, if he goes to said location here, let's see here, I'm sorry, this screen. If Lamar Jackson goes to said location, Atlanta Falcons, we are all going to absolutely lose it. Absolutely lose it. If Lamar goes to a place like Atlanta where he's got Kyle Pitts. Where's my screen? What are my screens doing here? There we go. Lamar Jackson, Atlanta Falcons, absolute to the run, home run. I love it. You love it. We all love it. It would be a good time all around. Thank you, Nathan, for being here. Ben's first in the building. Hod's in here. Appreciate you, Hod. Robert, appreciate you for the Ravens to keep a man. Yeah, I mean, if they franchise tag him, bro, he's going to get traded. He's going to get traded. There's no working this out. There's no working this out. He doesn't want to be in Baltimore anymore. The longer you're franchise tagged to, the more upset you get as a player. The more animosity that gets created between player and team. The more you see other people in new environments, you get excited about it. You envision it for yourself. The more money he's going to make if he gets traded, because the acquiring team is going to have to work out a long-term deal before the trade, ahead of the trade, so they can announce the long-term deal and the trade almost in unison, because nobody trades 3 or 4 first-round picks for a player that is said not to sign a long-term deal with you. So Lamar's getting traded. The question is, where is he going? Where is he going? Is it going to be Lamar Jackson? Is he going to be with the Falcons? Is Lamar Jackson going to land with the Jets? Maybe the Jets start talking about Lamar. I would. If I was the New York Jets and you're making a trade, I love Aaron Rodgers, but when you think about the cost of Aaron Rodgers, multiple first-round picks with a 1-year guarantee that he's going to play 1 year, and maybe he plays 2 years, but you don't know that. He's year to year. Every year he doesn't know if he's returning, and I love Aaron Rodgers, but if you're the Jets and you're surrendering like 2 first-rounders versus 3 or maybe 4, but call it 3 first-rounders for Lamar, Lamar's the more attractive land. So why we're not hearing Lamar to the Jets rumors more often, I don't know. I'm not sure. But the Raiders are certainly an opportunity for Lamar. The Dolphins, probably not. In fact, if Lamar's franchise tagged on the non-exclusive, the Dolphins can't even talk to him. Because in the non-exclusive environment where you surrender 2 first-round picks, it has to be the 2 immediate years. If you don't have a 2023 first-rounder and a 2024 first-rounder, you can't even negotiate or talk to players that are slapped with the non-exclusive tag of the $32 million and the 2 first-rounders in compensation if the offer sheet is accepted or not matched by the team that has slapped the player with the non-exclusive tag. So Miami's out if they slap the non-exclusive. We're pretty for sure that the Ravens are not slapping the non-exclusive tag. It's going to be the exclusive tag, the $45 million tag, the one that's going to cost a team 3 or 4 first-rounders to get Lamar. Falcons, Saints aren't probably going to be in the Lamar game, even if they want to be. Bucks, you never know, but I don't think so. I think it's the Falcons. The Jets could be a late mention, and the Raiders probably in the conversation. But this is it. Lamar Jackson to the Falcons. This is the Mike Vick days all over again. Running quarterback, exciting team. As Double A pointed out on the show the other night, literally lost every single game but the Bengal game by a very small margin. They beat the 49ers earlier on in the 2022 season. The Falcons are a quarterback away, whether you want to believe it or not. If you're sitting here watching going, Smitty, this is ridiculous. The Falcons are quarterback away. Okay, Bob, enjoy the show. Literally. Put your record and your receipt out here so we can see it. Go ahead and type it. The Falcons are not a quarterback away. Type it in the chat. Leave your receipt so we can all reflect on it later. If you truly believe the Falcons aren't a quarterback away, you don't know what you're talking about. Because it's Drake London season, baby. It's Drake London season.
Satellite men. Space cadets in training.
It is Kyle Pitts season.
The Moon Men, dropping loads in outer space.
Kyle Pitts season is here. Learn about it. Lamar Jackson in a Falcon uniform's fire. Straight fire. That's all. Dismissed on the Lamar Jackson situation. Aaron Rodgers. This is a little piece of news here. This is from, where did I grab this from? If you know who you are, I'll shout you out next time I talk. I forget who this got clipped from, but this is a Instagram post or a tweet. I've thought about the last 3 off seasons if he's coming back, but this year seems, this is Aaron Jones, by the way. This year seems more real. It resonates with me because he's been such a big part of my career, someone to believe in. And trust in me. So he basically what Aaron Jones is saying is that this year feels like he's not returning, whereas other years he does feel like he's returning. Hang tight there, Ben. 1 second. I'm just getting through some of this real quick. Derek Lincoln, you're on hold here. Hang tight for me real quick while I get through this real quick. Derek Carr is another piece of news. The Jets reportedly said this. This is according to Diana Rossini. The Jets made it really personal too. They said, "We believe if you come to New York and win, you could be a first ballot Hall of Famer." Now, I'm not trying to argue that that's going to be an accurate depiction of Derek Carr's career, but it does go to show that the Jets are pulling out all the stops. It does go to show how good, we've heard it was good, but how good this meeting was between the New York Football Jets and Derek Carr. They want Derek Carr bad. They probably, if it was my guess, they probably would sign him this very moment if he wasn't still in let me go shop around mode. I think he's in a browsing mode. So if Derek Carr does look around briefly and before anybody else can make a move, because Aaron Rodgers, it can't be traded until March. Lamar can't be traded until March. All the other free agent quarterbacks can't sign until March. Because Derek Carr was released by the Raiders, he's the only quarterback in the game right now, in this free agent game. Big name, high profile quarterback that could sign literally today. So the team that wants him, like the Jets, they're at an advantage getting him now versus waiting later, and Aaron Rodgers wanting to retire, return to Green Bay, want to go to the Raiders, and the Jets are screwed because Derek Carr went to the Saints because the Jets dilly-dallied and didn't grab him. So this right here, again, I'm not saying he's going to be a Hall of Famer, but I'm saying that the fact that the Jets are talking to him like this, they want him bad. They want him very, very bad. And then the last piece of news before I take the phone call, I got Derek Lincoln and Ben on hold. The last piece of news is this one right here. Brock Purdy, the 49ers Brock Purdy today visited with Dr. Keith Meester, who recommended postponing surgery because of an ongoing inflammation issue in Purdy's elbow, per source. They'll reconvene in early March. All signs continue to point to a UCL repair that would have Brock Purdy ready for the 2023 season. No, it won't. Why are you saying this, Tom? Why are you saying this? There's no way Brock Purdy's ready for week one if they're reconvening in March. Reconvening in March means they set a new surgery date after they look at some things. And let's just say he has surgery on March 15, which is the new league calendar year start day. Let's count, Tom. Okay? March 15 to April, May, June, July, August, September 15. The season's already begun, Tom. 6 months. There's no like if the Niners rush him back onto the field, I don't care how good he looks, I don't care how he feels. If the Niners rush him back onto the field before a full 6 months of recovery in rehab and getting this thing up to speed, he's not going to make it. His elbow's going to blow up at mid-season or later, or he's going to have a short career because you didn't allow the elbow to heal properly. We've never seen a quarterback hit this young come back from such an injury. And the early word was he has, so UCL goes all the way through your arm like that. They're doing what's called like a bridge, where they try and put a piece here and here to give him that ability to throw and have the strength in his elbow. And it's like patchwork, you know, in a way. Some say you could be stronger for it with the Tommy John surgery, but this is not Tommy John. This is like a bridge. I don't even know how this is going to hold up over the course of 10, 12 years. So if they throw him back onto the field before 6 months, that's just par for the course in terms of expected quarterback injuries. It is Trey Lance starting week one. This whole be ready for 2023. He's not going to be ready for 2023. And I don't say that in a negative way. They need to be careful with him, because if Trey Lance doesn't work out, you need Brock Purdy ready in October, November, December. And we already know Brock Purdy can step in without any preparation, clearly. And so Brock is definitely got that ability. You ruin that, and then Trey doesn't work out, what are you going to do? What are you going to do? I have a feeling Shanahan's going to set Trey Lance up for failure, but we'll see. I'm really rooting for Trey Lance. Trey Lance is a guy I really believe in. But Trey should be starting week one. It's Trey's job to lose, and the Niners would be smart to approach it like that, because if Trey Lance explodes, keep in mind, Trey Lance has not failed. Like, he got injured. You could say injury's busting, a form of busting. If you keep getting hurt over and over and over, that's busting. You're letting people down. Whatever term you want to use, bust or disappointment. But this was one injury, okay? Trey Lance played in a mud bowl in week 1 that no quarterback was going to produce stats in. And then he got hurt at the very beginning of week 2 after, I think, 4 completions, okay? So Trey Lance in a mud bowl, no shot at all to produce. Week 2 injured, and everybody says he failed. He proved he isn't good. Not accurate. He's not going to do well. Everybody loved Trey Lance before week 2. And guess what Trey Lance hasn't had an opportunity to do? Play with Christian McCaffrey. Brock Purdy played with Christian McCaffrey. Trey Lance did not. You're seeing different defensive schemes. You got defenses worried and petrified. Petrified Peters all over the field, worried about where CMC is. So let's give Trey Lance a shot, shall we? All right, Ben, you're live on the Fantasy Football Show. What can I do for you?
Smitty, what's going on, man?
What's up, pal?
I was calling in while you were going over the Aaron Jones news, but were you saying that you don't think he's staying in Green Bay this year?
Aaron Rodgers?
No, Aaron Jones?
No. Aaron Jones said this about Aaron Rodgers. He says that this year seems more real that Aaron Rodgers is leaving.
Okay. Gotcha.
Aaron Jones restructured. He's staying. There was a shot that they could release him because he would cost about, I believe, somewhere in between 11 and 14 million. He restructured so that he can stay. So Aaron Rodgers is on the team in 2023. That might be a ploy to get Aaron Rodgers to come. I'm saying Aaron Jones. That might be a ploy to get Aaron Rodgers back on the team that Aaron Jones restructured and is staying with the team. I fully believe Aaron Rodgers doesn't want to return to Green Bay, but this darkness retreat may jostle up his thinking a little bit, and maybe he comes out and says, I want to stay, or maybe he comes out and he's so stressed by that whole situation he retires. We have zero clue. Nobody knows. Aaron Rodgers already said if anybody's suggesting they know something before he went into his darkness retreat, they're full of crap because his inner circle doesn't talk. Maybe they do, but he says they don't. I kind of believe him. And the fact that he's going into this darkness retreat to find out if he even wants to return to football, and part of it is why he's doing that, or where he wants to go, or what his thought process is, just time to himself, that he didn't know going in. So no one has a clue while he's in there. And maybe he's out of the darkness retreat. He said he was going to start it at the end of the week. No one has confirmation when he walked in to begin his darkness retreat. End of week could mean Friday, which means he's out right now, or it could mean Saturday or Sunday. The end of the week is technically Saturday because Sunday is the beginning of the week, or you could say Monday is the beginning of the work week. We don't know. End of the week could be Saturday or Sunday or Friday. We have no idea. All we know is that no one knew what was going on before Rodgers went in, so we can only speculate. But I would say, based on a lot of the people saying that the Green Bay Packers are fed up with him, they're disgusted by him. The fact that a lot of people are saying that, like Aaron Jones, that this feels more real, that he's gone, that suggests to me that he is definitely, no one knows where he wants to go, but he's definitely leaning away from Green Bay. We'll see, man. We'll see. We'll see if he comes out of that cave and says to himself, you know what? I want to prove I can win a championship with another team like Tom Brady did. That could add to my legacy. I want to go to a tough division, go to the Raiders and go to a tough division and prove that it doesn't matter. You can put whatever roadblock in front of me. I can win. That's going to establish a legacy for me. I mean, he likes himself, right? He's very egotistical in a very good way. I love Aaron Rodgers. But maybe that's an accomplishment he wants. A tough situation, win a championship, not being enabled by the Green Bay Packers in a similar fashion. The Baltimore Ravens aren't enabling Lamar Jackson, and so he wants wide receivers. What better place to go than Breece Hall, Garrett Wilson, or back with his boy Devontae Adams in Las Vegas, getting Darren Waller. Josh Jacobs will most certainly be franchise tagged and brought back, I think, because that's $10 million. That's nothing. $10 million franchise tag, slap it on Jacobs and move forward. Because that first round pick is most likely going to the Packers if, in fact, Aaron Rodgers is traded. Let's see here. Let me put it on the screen here. So, where's my draft right here? So this number 7 overall.
I'm excited to see what goes on, where Rodgers can end up. I was just thinking for Aaron Jones on the Packers. Right now, there might be a pretty good value on where he's going in best ball. I've been avoiding him in general, and I've been grabbing A.J. Dillon. But now I'm going to try and avoid A.J. Dillon at the current price and maybe snag up a few Aaron Jones shares if he's going to be sticking around in Green Bay.
Yeah, I mean, what's Aaron Jones done the last couple of years, though, or last year and a half?
Right. I'm not trying to overexpose myself, but I've been underexposed, so
Yeah.
it's a good time to get some value.
I mean, I don't hate the idea, but I certainly don't love it. Like if he's your late, like you go high end wide receiver, quarterback, and tight end shopping early in a draft, especially best ball, where you don't have to decide when to use Aaron Jones. If he goes off, best ball decides for you optimal lineup. Promo code Smitty, Underdog Fantasy. They'll match up to $100 in your first deposit at Underdog. That link's in the description of the video. But I mean, like if you were to do a best ball draft right now, and you were to draft, you're drafting Aaron Jones and Montgomery and Charbonnet and Sean Tucker as your running back 2, you know, and you got a really good running back 1. I don't mind that. But I'm certainly not targeting Aaron Jones because he didn't do anything last year, and you know, I don't know.
Yeah,
let's say A-Rod leaves.
I gotta share this team real quick. Let me share this. No, I'm not gonna share all of it. Just
don't.
Real quick.
Yeah, just give me the starters.
I got Jamar Chase with the number 4 pick. I'm drafting with grandmas. I got Jamar Chase number 4, Amon-Ra number 21 in the second round, and Jalen Waddle 28. 9 rounds after he's going 18.8 ADP. I got him with the 28th pick.
Who's your quarterback? What are your 2 running backs?
Justin Herbert, Aaron Rodgers, Sean Tucker, Alexander Madison, Tank Bigsby, Kendre Miller, Kyle Pitts.
I love the Kyle Pitts. The quarterbacks are good, but those running backs are pretty tough. You know, I'm going
8 running backs.
Yeah, you land some sleepers. Maybe it'll work out. You know, but I like balance more. I don't like those forced wide receiver. All wide receivers are forced. All running backs are. I like balance where balance can be had. Best player available. You know, like I just find it so much.
I also got Jackson Smith and I got JSN. Brandon Ayuk, Dotson, and Zay Flowers.
Yeah, well. I mean, very good, but I'd rather have sacrificed one of those wide receivers and got the RB. You know, like Gibbs. Give me Gibbs instead of one of those. Like I love nothing more than walking out of a draft with my first 3 picks being Chase, Breece Hall, and Burrow. Boom. You know, Jamar Chase, Kenneth Walker, Mahomes. Smash. Like, that's so balanced. I love it. Kyle Pitts in round 5 or 6 because he's a steal. I mean, that to me, you ask me for a formula, I'll just give you, Chase, Bijan, and Burrow obviously would be my first choice. But if it's not that, even if it's Chase, Breece Hall, Burrow, and Kyle Pitts in round 5 or 6, and then you still get Jahmyr Gibbs, bro, think about that. That's so much more balanced. You know, you get Breece Hall, Jahmyr Gibbs at RB. You got Jamar Chase, Kyle Pitts, and Burrow. I love it. That's my favorite approach in best ball.
I hear you. That's sort of what I'm aiming for with most of my drafts.
Yeah,
it's like a 3-6-8-3 build with some balance and mostly strong wide receivers. But I do like to mix it up a little bit. A little bit of 2 quarterbacks, a little bit of 4 quarterbacks.
Do different stuff.
A little bit of 2 tight end, a little bit of 4 tight end. Not a lot, but just
maybe Bed Bath and Beyond, Home Depot. I don't know if we'll have time. Agreed. Ben, hang tight, Ben. Derek Lincoln, you're live.
Yes, sir.
Yo, what's going on, Smitty?
What's up, Derek?
What's going on? I'm back in the same draft, bro. I'm in my 4th pick now, so I got everything sitting here waiting. So like I said, I'm gonna run it down. So I got Hurts. I got Bijan with that kicker pick, and for my 3rd pick, I had picked Devontae Adams because Garrett Wilson was already gone.
Okay, so hold on. Your first pick was who again?
Jalen Hurts.
Okay, so you got Hurts, and it's a 2 QB, right? Superflex.
Yeah, 2 QB. Yep.
Okay, so you got Jalen Hurts, you got Bijan.
Yep.
You got
Devontae Adams.
Okay.
Yep, and I'm on my 4th pick right now.
Okay, who's there?
All right, so at quarterback, we got Aaron Rodgers is here. Geno Smith is here. Trey Lance is here, but I'm not even counting him. I don't want him.
Yeah.
And then at running back, we got Josh Jacobs, Kenneth Walker,
Okay.
and Derrick Henry. Then at wide receiver, we have DK Metcalf, Devontae Smith, and Chris Olave.
Okay. So A-Rod is tempting, but because of Superflex.
I know.
But this is Dynasty, right? So I can't in good conscience leave Walker or Olave out there in a like, is there a shot A-Rod falls to your next pick?
Not at all. The guy next to me don't even have a quarterback at all.
Yeah. God, it's so tough, but at the same time, like if you can get like a I don't know. I don't think the rookies are going to fall. The top 2 rookie quarterbacks probably won't fall. But you just can't leave Walker's.
Well, so far only one rookie's been chosen. That's me. I've been the only one that took a kicker so far.
Yeah. Well, maybe you can get Bryce Young later. Like that would be amazing.
Okay. Well.
Yeah.
So Gibbs is still there, and also your
Gibbs is there.
The other guy too.
Gibbs is there.
I'm the only one that took a kicker so far.
Okay.
Yep.
Man, it's between Gibbs and Walker. I love Gibbs, man. I love Gibbs. I'm gonna say Walker for now, but like, could I see myself like really, really struggling with the Gibbs Walker debate later? I could, but I think Walker is probably the pick. Let's see what the chat thinks, guys. Vote in the chat: Walker or Gibbs or Olave or A-Rod or DK or Devontae Smith. I'm gonna say you got to go Walker, but Gibbs is special, bro.
Is it 3 wide receivers?
Yeah, it's 3 wide receivers.
Yeah.
And I only have Adams so far. I was thinking Olave.
I might lean Olave.
Yeah, I don't know. I love Olave. I do love Olave.
2 wide receiver. I would take Ken Walker all day, but it's tougher with 3 wide receivers.
It is, but I don't like forcing the lesser. Like I love
big chance of getting Gibbs. These guys are like forgetting all about the rookies. Like nobody takes kickers. It seems like
you could go Olave Gibbs with your next 2 picks, but I think Gibbs will be gone. I don't think you're gonna be able to wait. But Walker's just the smartest pick. You have Bijan, Walker, Adams, Hurts. I mean, you're so like. It sucks you won't have 2 wide receivers at that point, but I don't know if I force it just to get the wide out. I'm not a drafter like that. I'm always best player available. Olave has an argument to be best player available because the positional need. I mean, that's certainly something that I consider, because best player available is not just my top ranked player. It constitutes what your draft needs are, what your team looks like. So like Olave does get a bump because of those 3 wide receiver format, but I mean, you can still land sleeper wide receivers. Like you said, no one's touching rookies. What if you end up getting Quentin Johnston with your next pick? You take a kicker and you can draft Quentin Johnston or whatever. Man, let's see what's the chat say. We got a Walker vote.
We got a Walker. Another
Robert
Walker.
Woods. What are you? Nobody better be scooping up Robert Woods. Let's see. D-Town, Peach, you guys vote here. I'd like Gibbs and Drake.
Yeah, they're all talking about Robert Woods because he just got released.
Yeah, I know, but good for you.
Okay, got you.
Yeah.
Taylor Luan as
good
well.
riddance.
You saw that.
Good riddance, Robert Woods. Bobby Trees. As much as I love Bobby Trees, I don't know. I don't have any faith he's going to be able to help people. But okay, Walker, Gibbs, Olave. What do we got? We got 1 Olave vote, 1 Walker vote, another Walker vote, 1 Gibbs vote. It's all torn. Everybody's torn.
Yeah. And nobody thinks to go for that second QB.
Yeah, I mean, because it's dynasty, I'd rather, if you're telling me you can maybe get one of those quarterbacks. The problem is you're taking a draft pick though, not a player, or are you taking a player of your choice? Like if you take a kicker, you could actually draft the player right then and there.
No, it's a whole nother different draft.
So it's a draft pick. You're getting a draft. So you got the 1.1.
Right.
Okay. Yeah. So you don't even know. You don't even know for sure if you take a kicker whether you're going to get the guy you want, but you can maybe guess, obviously.
Well, yeah, I mean, I got the 1.1 already with Bijan. If I take another kicker, I'll get the 1.2.
Right, I get you.
So I'll be the first 2 picks in the whole rookie draft.
I'm just saying, if you had the 4th pick later and you're trying to get Bryce Young, you may not even get him. If you have like the 1.5 or 1, you don't know.
Right.
I mean, Walker could be a top 3 running back, man. Not that Gibbs can't.
Right.
There's still some uncertainty with Gibbs. Where does he land, et cetera, et cetera. So I probably roll with Walker, but I do love Olave. If Olave had like Aaron Rodgers or Derek Carr right now, it'd be a lot easier to say, you know what, roll the dice with Olave and try and get Charbonnet as your next running back. I'm tempted to have you get that 1.1 and 1.2 though, because then you can just kind of, you could wait on whether Charbonnet goes to the best spot. Maybe Charbonnet is the clear number 2 overall pick come April. You know what I mean? So like
I think I could come back and get that. I think I can get that 1.2 in the 5th round.
Really?
If I really wanted it,
bro.
If I can, nobody's thinking about it.
If you think you can, then take Walker and come back for that 1.2. That leaves you in a bind though, because then you're taking Gibbs, Walker, and Bijan, and you still only have 1 wide receiver.
Right.
But I'm still a very big. Right. I'm still a very big proponent of best player available, even in that situation, because you can get like, there's so many wide receiver values like Hodgins. These guys probably aren't looking for Hodgins for a while. Like you could get a bunch of those guys and maybe end up getting stronger production than people think. Allen Robinson. I'm not saying I want to start Allen Robinson and Hodgins as my 2 and 3. I'm just saying there's so many wide receivers that you could still get later with the super flex and the quarterbacks that are going to fly off the board. You might have 5 wide receivers go between now and your next pick, just because people are scooping up quarterbacks and running backs are going to go very, very quickly.
So I should take Walker then.
I
so
think
we got Walker and Josh Jacobs sitting right there.
Jacobs I'm not interested in.
Okay.
Not in Dynasty. I would say Walker.
Okay.
I would say Walker. Olave is very tempting, but I would say Walker. And if you can get Gibbs next or that 1.2 and then sit on it, maybe the 1.2 turns into, wide receiver, the number 1 wide receiver. You don't even know. It could. That could be the most. What if Charbonnet and Gibbs land in horrible spots and Jackson Smith and Jigba is like looking like an absolute monster? Well, then you take him at the 1.2, especially if you're really thin at wide receiver, so it could work out. So yeah, I say go Walker, bro. Punch it.
Walker. All right, bet I'm doing it now. Thanks, Smooth.
Yeah, appreciate you, Derek. Ben, anything else?
Appreciate you too. Just took him.
Yep, nice job, pal. I mean, look, your team. I'll write it out here. This team looks fire. If I had this team, I'd be so thrilled. Walker, Adams, Bijan, Hurts, phenomenal, bro. All right, we'll see you later, pal. Yep. Thanks, Derek.
All right, thanks, Goody. All right, bro.
Later. Ben, you got anything else?
I'm in a slow draft right now. I got Jalen Hurts and Cooper Kupp. It's just a regular underdog best ball, but it's a slow draft just because I was tired of doing the quick ones.
Jalen Hurts
I'm looking at Nick Chubb. Yeah, I have Jalen Hurts and Cooper Kupp.
Hold on one second.
I'm looking at Nick Chubb, DK Metcalf, Deebo Samuel, Chris Olave, Ramondre.
Olave. I like Olave there.
Yeah, I'm thinking Olave there too.
Hey, Hob G, are you still here, pal? I'm sorry, I just saw your super chat. Hob G, dropping a $20. Appreciate you, Hob G. Hob G making it rain in the studio. Hob G says, I believe in the Falcons with Lamar. I love Drake and Pitts. Oh, Drake London. Okay. When you said Drake earlier, somebody said Drake earlier, and I thought you were talking about Kenyon Drake. The Ravens need to give us what we deserve as fantasy players and send Lamar to the Falcons. Carr to the Jets will be another gift for us. Absolutely. Lamar to the Falcons is what we need. 100%. Thank you for the $20 hauler. Hob G, you still here? Zeke ran a 40 yesterday. It frustrated the coaching staff. Nobody could find a sundial, says Hike. Appreciate you, pal. Carr to the Jets, leaving New York for down south. I think Carr in New York would be great. All right, Ben, anything else? Alave, Ben.
Are you drafting tonight?
I don't know. I don't think so. If I go live, it'll be on some breaking news or something. We'll be drafting probably tomorrow. Pretty much Tuesday, Thursdays, Fridays, and Saturdays.
All right, I'm always game. So
you what?
I'm always game for some underdog.
All right, man. Appreciate you.
Take care, Smitty. How's it going?
All right, guys. Appreciate you. 70 of you still in here. Please punch that thumb up button on your way out the door. A-Rod, Lamar, Carr, Purdy, breaking news. We broke it down. If you missed it, rewatch. Hob G, thank you again for the super chat, pal. Ben, thank you for the call. Derek Lincoln, thank you for the call. Frank the Tank, D-Town, Hike, Weiss, Sloth Fan, Ben Haskell, Slats is in the building. Appreciate everybody being here. Ben was first. Danny was here. Hod, what's up, Hod? Robert, Nathan, Mark, all of you, appreciate you being here. Mike, appreciate you, pal. I'll see you all at 7 p.m., probably sooner if news breaks. I'll see y'all later. Yep. Yeah, that happened about an hour or so ago. Breaking news on the Titans. Titans cleaning house. We'll see who brings in Lawan. It'll be interesting. Hob G with the $2 hauler. Get those likes up, says Hob G. Appreciate you, Hob G. See you all tonight or earlier. And by the way, Moon Man is dropping at the 7 p.m. show. You hear me? Moon Man's dropping at 7 p.m. We're adding to this Moon Man list right here.
The Moon Men, dropping loads in outer space.
Who's going to be right here? See you all at 7 p.m.
You know,